So next we have this pink pendant right here. Sort of like a pea pod with pretty swirls. Okay, so I'm going to start out with the art metal. And I'm going to take the ruby, the marble again,
that marble just opens it up.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, because before, like, when I would be using the ruby, I would take the quartz just as like a little highlighting agent. And then with the yellow, I'd take the agate together. And then with the verdigris, I'd take the marine. So yeah, I always like to have something light that's going to brighten up that patina look that we're going for. So I've got the garnet, the ruby, the marble, and the topaz. Okay. So yeah, don't be afraid to mix in colors throughout all of the sets of 3. Okay. So take that patina. So yeah, I like to start out with similar colors when I'm blending at first, and then I'll go in with the lighter yellow and the marble. Maybe a little more garnet. So like before, on our first project that I did with the topaz around the edges, I'm going to try it with the pink and the red. So then it's going to turn into that pretty orange, rusty orange color. So apply that sort of to towards the center. And then cover your extra spots that haven't been covered. And then go in with the marble for that highlight. Okay. So then I'm going to heat set that again. So again, that's just to speed up the drying process. Okay. And so then the dark side of the reliefing block. And so reliefing it is going to bring that pattern back through to the front. So then there's that.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
So yeah, if you've noticed already, patinas are super fast, easy ways to make beautiful pendants and embellishments. All right, so
when you use the glaze.
The glaze?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the glaze is when you mix it in with one of the colors. You'd mix 3 parts glaze to 1 part patina, and that's when you would, here. So here I have an example where I use 2 different colors. I use the earth and the moss, I believe, and then I mixed in the glaze as well. And so on this one, I didn't have to relief the surface at all. So, right. And so you can still see that metal behind.
But if you wanted the natural metal and just to make it shinier, you could just use
Yeah, good question. So if I were to take, say this piece, so this is just the metal, and then I'd relief the surface and just highlight those areas. And then I could go in with the glaze. And because our metals are in a workable state, so you can do the patinas and other things to them, you can put on the glaze and it'll freeze it in this state. And so then that'll be dry in about 2 minutes as well.
So it like seals.
Right, so it just seals it all. But the cool thing about the patinas is that they don't need a sealant. And so then it also creates that glossier
Would you do both
finish.
sides of it just so it's
Yeah, you could.
okay?